Our hearts beat faster because of this raw primal urge. We're talking about being attracted to girls' looks. The way we are affected by how a woman looks is built into us. We can't help but be attracted to certain parts of a person's body, like a beautiful face, big hips, or big breasts. Our urge to look for healthy, fertile partners who can pass on strong genes is at the heart of attraction. From a seduction point of view, a woman's looks are a powerful way to attract and arouse a guy. When she shows off her beauty, sensuality, and sexuality, she taps into that instinctual draw and makes us want and long for her. Even though women usually react more to emotional and verbal cues, we shouldn't forget how powerful words can be. A skilled wordsmith who is a real master of language can weave a spell that makes people feel close, understood, and connected. Throughout history, there have been famous seducers who were good at using wit, charm, and speech to get what they wanted. They knew how to say what they wanted in a way that wowed us. Seduction is all about making someone feel attracted and interested, whether you do it with words or pictures. It takes a unique mix of confidence, charm, emotional intelligence, and a deep understanding of what makes the other person tick. Seduction is like having an ability because it can make women feel good and make them interested or excited about you. So, their resistance to your idea slowly fades away, giving you the power to quickly steer them in the direction you want. But keep in mind that straight methods don't always work with women. You can't just walk up to a stranger and ask them to sleep with you. That's a one-way trip to Resentment City. We have to find a way to make it work. It's all about being subtle and knowing how to seduce. We can get people to do what we want without them even realizing it, if we can master the careful dance of being indirect and skilled in our approach. Let's break it down into 3 strong rules that will make you an unstoppable master of flirting. Rule number 1. Be outer-directed. This is what makes great seducers different from other people. When you go on a date or meet someone for the first time, shut down that voice in your head that asks, "Do they like me? Do they like me enough?" Instead, change gears and focus on the outside world. Tune in and really listen to the person you might date. Immerse yourself in their world, listen to what they say, and try to understand their wants, needs, and goals. By doing this, you become a mirror for them and show them what they want. Show that you really care about them and pay attention to who they are as people. In a world where most people only care about themselves, truly caring about someone else is a rare and exciting feeling that we all want. Being less self-centered is another way of putting it. It's not about trying to impress or control the other person. It's about connecting with them and making a bond. Try to get to know them better because you genuinely want to. To do this, you need to be empathetic, understand how people feel, and have great social skills. It's not enough to just listen well or give them expensive gifts. What's important is to make them feel seen, understood, and respected. When you connect in this way, you become magnetic, alluring, and incredibly powerful. You can get people to go in the way you want without them even realizing it. All you have to do is appeal to their wants, needs, and goals. Rule number 2. Accept the rake in you. Now, most guys are all about sex, but they often don't know much about how women live. It's time to get in touch with your inner rake, the seductive figure who is charming, dangerous, and unpredictable. The rake is a renowned seducer with a long history of chasing and winning over many lovers. Forget about long-term relationships. The rake wants the thrill of the chase and the quest of pleasure. Be a rake. You have to be brave, not afraid of anything, and willing to take risks. Don't be afraid to say what you want, and let your personality and charm do the rest. Learn how to use subtle hints and playful chat to build up tension and desire. Keep your audience interested and interested. You want to be seen as a rebel, someone who doesn't follow the rules and norms of society. Confidence and self-assurance, courage and spontaneity, and an aura that makes people want to be around you. But don't forget that it's important not to cross the line into rudeness or being too pushy. The most important thing is to accept your own sexuality and be at ease with it. The rake is known for taking chances and breaking the rules, but don't be careless or dangerous. Try new things, get out of your safe zone, and you'll find your own style, sense of humor, and confidence. Talk to many different kinds of people. Even though the rake lives dangerously, stick to your own ideals and beliefs. Don't act like something you're not. Work on developing your own unique style and attitude. Rule No. 3. Act like a coquette. Now comes the part where we use the art of wooing, which is to make the pleasure last longer. My friends, the coquette is a pro at this game. They tease the other person with the promise of a prize, which keeps them interested as they get closer and closer to them. The more difficult a courage is to win, the more important it is. The coquette's ability to put people at a remove is what makes them attractive. Most people give up too fast because they are afraid that not giving the other person what they want will backfire. But let me tell you something. If you give in too easily, you lose control and risk losing their attention. A little bit of pride goes a long way in the game of love. Make the other person feel it. Make them feel nervous, and then just when they think they've lost hope, give them it back. It's okay if your hot and cold approach makes the woman a little angry or annoyed. In fact, that's a sign that she cares about it. Now, let's not forget that ego has a lot of power. Yes, you did hear me. Accept your self-focus, but be smart about how you use it. By knowing what makes narcissism attractive, you can make the other person jealous of how self-centered and independent you are. Remind them of their carefree youth, when they didn't care about anyone else. This will make them want you even more and make them try harder to catch you. But just so you know, my friends, this coquette game can make you feel a lot of different things. Your hot and cold behavior may sometimes bother or even anger the other person. But keep in mind that this is a good sign. You care about them, and your ability to charm them has them completely under your spell.